there is an entire master's thesis to be written comparing the Jefferson Griffin case to the beloved 1980s movie, The Neverending Story. The Neverending Story, as I know you know, is about a gargantuan swirling nothing that threatens to devour everything in the world, including sacred, valued, and trusted institutions. Now, the closest the audience ever gets to an explanation for this unimaginable threat is from a minion of the nothing.
People who have no hopes are easy to control.
I know the Griffin case is not make-believe. It is full-on real life. But many of the people who have been fighting against this have been using words like unimaginable, unprecedented, and impossible to believe when describing Griffin's attempt to throw out so many votes, including active duty overseas military members and their families, to steal an election. It has been another frenzied couple of weeks covering Jefferson Griffin's attempt to overturn his election loss to Justice Allison Riggs. And while the Griffin case has dragged on, the developments in just the last couple of weeks have been dizzying. The North Carolina Appeals Court ruled that 65,000 voters should be thrown out unless they prove within 15 days that they are who they say they are. The state Supreme Court ruled that 65,000 was too many, but an unspecified number of overseas military voters had to prove who they are in 30 days or have their votes thrown out. Then a federal judge says, yeah, go ahead with the 30-day outreach, but no one can certify any results until I decide whether any of this is constitutional. And then there are more appeals to that. And then the State Board of Elections says, okay, we're going to reach out to about 1,600 total voters, but that number doesn't give Griffin enough room to change the results. And so Griffin says that's too few, and the board is violating the state court rulings. And so now all of these things are clamoring around like bees in several jars, and we still don't know what's going to happen. And this confusion has added to the swirling, all-consuming, gargantuan danger that legal scholars and voting rights advocates say is at stake in this case. If Griffin is successful, it opens the door into a new reality where future losing candidates constantly seek to overturn the will of the voters through dubious, at best, legal theories, posing a risk not just to any given election, but to the faith in elections entirely.